Hello and welcome. What you're about to see is really built on the incredible research of Dr Sudheendra S G, and it's designed for us, for educators. The whole idea is to give us a better framework for teaching something really fundamental, the art of learning itself. So let's just dive right in with a big question. Just take a second and really think about that. What is our deepest wish for our students? Of course, we all want them to get good grades, build great careers, and, find success. That's a given. But what if we could give them something more fundamental? What if we could offer them not just the results of learning, but the lifelong skill of how to learn effectively? Now, that would be a game changer. And this really gets to the heart of a conflict we see every day, right? On one side, you've got students just trying to win the system. It's all about grades, shortcuts, memorizing stuff just long enough for the test, and then poof, it's gone. What we want to do, as mentors, is guide them over to the other side, the mastery mindset. This isn't a short-term game, it's a long-term journey focused on real skills and deep, lasting growth. So what is this mastery mindset? Well, it's a focus on continuous growth in your skills and your knowledge. It's about valuing the process of getting better way more than you value short-term wins like grades. And this isn't just some feel-good idea. It's totally backed up by modern neuroscience. Think of Carol Dweck's work on the growth mindset. But what's amazing is how it also mirrors the ancient Gurukul system, where success wasn't about passing a test, but about being able to actually use what you learned in the real world. This famous verse from the Bhagavad Gita just captures the essence of mastery perfectly. It means you have the right to your work, but not to the fruits of your work. So the crucial point here, the thing we need to get across, is to pour your energy into mastering the process, into the quality of your effort, and to let go of the anxiety about the immediate result. Here's a really powerful mental shift we can offer our students. We and they tend to see struggle as a bad thing, right? A sign of failure, something to avoid at all costs. But what if we completely reframe that? What if we help them understand that the obstacle isn't blocking the path? The obstacle is the path. The struggle isn't a bug in the system, it's the most important feature. Think about the classic parable of the butterfly and the cocoon. A man sees a butterfly struggling for hours to get out. Feeling sorry for it, he decides to help and snips the cocoon open. The butterfly emerges easily, but it can't fly. You see, the very struggle he tried to prevent was essential. That was nature's way of pushing fluid into its wings, building the strength it needed for flight. By taking away the struggle, he accidentally crippled it.
The Puranas tell a very similar story on a spiritual level. When Lord Vishnu was asked why he let the devoted Prahlada suffer so much at the hands of his own father, he explained that every single trial only made the boy's faith stronger. His suffering wasn't pointless, not at all. It was the forge that created his unshakable conviction. For our students, their difficulties, their struggles, that's their forge.
Okay, so if struggle is the forge, then consistent practice is the hammer. This brings us to our next big idea, compound learning. We've got to get students away from cramming. This is all about making small, consistent, daily deposits of effort. 20 minutes of focused learning every single day is so much more powerful than a frantic 12-hour marathon right before a deadline. In ancient terms, this is the principle of abhyasa, steady, consistent practice. It works exactly like compound interest in finance. Knowledge literally builds on itself. Each small daily effort isn't just adding a little bit, it's multiplying what's already there. What you learned yesterday makes today's learning easier and more connected. And over time, these tiny, consistent steps start to snowball, creating this incredible exponential curve toward true mastery. The story of Ekalavya from the Mahabharata is the ultimate example of this, isn't it? He was denied a formal teacher, but he didn't give up. He made a clay statue of his idol, Drona, and just practiced. Day in, day out, with total discipline. His compounded effort, all self-driven, eventually made him an archer so great, he surpassed even the royal princes. It's an incredible testament to daily practice. Now, to make that daily practice super efficient, we can introduce the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule. The key isn't just to work hard, it's to work smart. The real genius here is helping students find that vital 20% of effort that's going to produce 80% of the results. It's a kind of strategic focus. It's a lot like the Upanishadic concept of neti, not this, not this, stripping away the non-essential to find the absolute core truth. And who was the poster child for this kind of focus? It has to be Arjuna. Remember that famous story? When Guru Drona asks all his students what they see before they shoot the arrow, some say, I see a tree.
Others say, I see a branch, a bird. But Arjuna simply says, I see only the eye of the bird. He had tuned out every single distraction to focus on the one critical point that guaranteed success.
So this gives us a really practical way to help our students. Instead of telling them to reread every single chapter for a test, we help them find the core concepts and practice with past questions. That's the 20%. When they're learning a new skill, instead of getting overwhelmed trying to do everything at once, they just focus on mastering the fundamentals first. It's all about applying Arjuna's laser focus to the challenges of modern learning. So, we've talked about the right mindset and the right methods. But all this leads to a much deeper question. If our job isn't just about getting kids good grades or into good colleges, then what is the ultimate goal? What's the real measure of success for us as educators?
The ancient ideal gives us a beautiful answer, vidya. Vidya is not just information. It's not rote memorization. Vidya is knowledge that has been so deeply absorbed, so internalized, that it literally transforms who you are. It starts to shape your character, your values, and every single thing you do. That, right there, was the true purpose of the Gurukul.
And if that's the goal, then true success isn't just about acquiring things or winning at all costs. Just look at Sri Rama. After he defeated Ravana, he could have easily taken the throne of Lanka for himself, but he didn't. He won with humility and restored righteous order. Or think about King Bali, who chose to uphold his principle, his word, even when it cost him absolutely everything. Their success, their greatness, was measured by their character and their dharma. And that really is the final, most important thought I want to leave you with. Our classrooms, they aren't factories for churning out resumes. They're forges. And our real job, our profound privilege, is to help our students hammer out not just a career, but a character. To help them build a life of purpose, one that's grounded in this timeless, powerful, and transformative art of learning.